Baldwin IV, known as the Leper King, reigned as the King of Jerusalem from 1174 until his demise in 1185. Despite grappling with the challenges of leprosy, Baldwin earned admiration from both contemporaries and later historians for his unwavering determination. Skillfully selecting capable advisors, he effectively governed a flourishing Crusader state and successfully defended it against the advances of the Muslim leader Saladin. Baldwin's encounter with leprosy began in childhood, but the diagnosis only came after he assumed the throne following the passing of his father, King Amalric, who left an underage heir. Subsequently, Baldwin's hands and face underwent progressive disfigurement. Upon assuming leadership, he strategically planned an invasion of Egypt, but the endeavor faltered due to the uncooperativeness of his vassals. In 1177, Saladin launched an assault on Baldwin's kingdom, yet the king and nobleman Raynald of Chatillon repelled him at Montgassard, securing Baldwin's renown. Despite the challenges posed by leprosy, Baldwin mastered horse riding and continued to participate in battles until his final years. Unfortunately, leprosy prevented Baldwin from entering into marriage. In 1182, Baldwin once again thwarted Saladin, but by 1183, leprosy had left him blind and incapacitated, rendering him unable to walk or use his hands. As the heir to the kingdom, Baldwin received a solid education under Amalric's guidance. At the age of 9, he was entrusted to William of Tyre, a scholarly and well-traveled cleric known for his erudition. Observing Baldwin's lack of response to pain in his right arm, William suspected leprosy, though visible symptoms were yet to appear. To combat the potential stigma, the king enlisted Arab experts to treat Baldwin and teach him essential skills like horse riding. Despite having sensation in only one hand, Baldwin mastered riding, a crucial skill for a Frankish nobleman, learning to control the horse solely with his knees. Although leprosy was suspected, the diagnosis was delayed due to the absence of visible symptoms and societal prejudices. Baldwin's adolescence was marked by precocity, determination, and optimism in the face of his illness, resembling his father in looks and demeanor. Despite his quick learning ability, he struggled with a stutter but excelled in memory, never forgetting kindness or slights. Upon Amalric's death, the High Court, aware of Baldwin's potential leprosy, chose him as the only viable successor. His coronation took place in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and until he reached the age of majority at 15, Count Raymond III of Tripoli served as regent. Baldwin's mother, Agnes, returned to court, accused by some historians of exploiting her son's condition for personal gain, though contemporary sources may be biased. During the regency, Baldwin's leprosy became evident, affecting his limbs and face. Despite societal norms, he was not segregated. Had the diagnosis been made when he was a child, Baldwin might have been required to enter the Order of St. Lazarus, a military order composed of affected knights and sergeants. After he took over the government, Baldwin began planning a full-scale attack on Egypt. This was his first warfare experience. Despite having use of only one hand, he refused to delegate his military duties and took part in fighting. Baldwin and his advisors decided to intervene in Saladin's war against the Order of Assassins. On August 1, Baldwin and Raymond III of Tripoli jointly led the armies of Jerusalem and Tripoli in a raid of the Bekaa Valley, defeating the garrison of Damascus and compelling Saladin to abandon his campaign. Saladin invaded Baldwin's kingdom on November 18, prompting Baldwin to meet him despite recovering from malaria. The Knights Templar rushed to defend Gaza. Baldwin, though outnumbered, retreated into Ascalon. Subsequently, he contacted the Templars, and contrary to Saladin's expectations, Baldwin, joined by the Templars, attacked Saladin's dispersed army at Montgassard. This resulted in a significant defeat for Saladin. In July, despite his deteriorating health, Baldwin led his forces to relieve the Muslim siege of Bethsan, winning the Battle of Le Forbelet against overwhelming odds. Baldwin's illness and the intense heat did not deter him from staying on the battlefield. Saladin, defeated, besieged Beirut, prompting Baldwin to ignore a southern attack and move to Tyre, securing assistance from Italian maritime republics to lift Saladin's naval blockade. Baldwin's success alarmed Saladin, who expanded his realm into northern Syria. By 1182, Baldwin's leprosy advanced, rendering him blind and immobile. In June, Saladin conquered Aleppo, leading Baldwin to summon troops despite a life-threatening fever. His mother, Agnes, attended to him, and Baldwin entrusted the government to his brother-in-law, Guy of Lusignan, anticipating a permanent regency. Unexpectedly recovering and having found that coastal climate suited his health, Baldwin offered Jerusalem to Guy, who declined in exchange for Tyre, leaving Baldwin insulted. Baldwin reclaimed power, dismissing Guy from regency and initiating succession deliberations. In November, Baldwin's nephew, Baldwin V, was crowned co-king. Baldwin ordered a beacon lit on the Tower of David to boost the defenders of Kerak. Accompanied by his troops, Baldwin, blind and immobile, rode in a litter between two horses, playing a crucial role in uniting discordant barons. Saladin abandoned the siege, recognizing Baldwin's resilience. In 1184 or early 1185, Baldwin appointed Raymond of Tripoli as regent, acknowledging his lack of trust but finding no better alternative. Expecting to survive, Baldwin sent the Patriarch and Grand Masters to Europe for aid. Unfortunately, Baldwin died in March 1185, attended by vassals, leaving Baldwin V as the sole king. He was buried in the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, close to his father, King Amalric. During Baldwin's rule, the kingdom neither lost territory nor suffered economically. Baldwin's determination to curb Saladin's power, delegation of responsibilities, and refusal to abdicate before securing a suitable successor were crucial contributions that preserved unity in the kingdom during and after his reign.